Okay, yeah, we're good. We're set. Yeah, again, welcome back. Yeah, this is the coverage for the ANAMBRA state gubernatorial elections. Okay, last 2 hours. I think I saw this already, but let's just go through it once again as we move ahead. Okay, ABGA, I said it. ABGA is set to win. ABGA is set to win. APC was actually following. In fact, there was some polling unit that APC actually showed a strong performance. Now, I think the whole thing for the APC is just more of them declaring that they are also in play when it comes to the southeastern states. And if you've been following the news, if you've been following politics, if you've been following the impact of what has been happening, the APC, the southeastern politicians are now seeing that the only path to presidency for them is to ensure that they align with whichever political party is in power. This whole politics of isolation has not really helped the Southeast. So now they have a very strong showing in PDP, I believe, and also now APC, they're also building their inroad. As you can see, one of the powerful ministers in Nigeria is the Minister of Works. And I think one of what he's doing is to ensure that APC is also known and has a very good widespread, a good structure in the Southeast. I'm so surprised today, and I'm waiting for the final coalition of results. Coalition. Don't let me make my word, means my word. When the final result comes out, I want to see the total for LP. I want to see the total for LP. I know ADC is a joke right now. And if you've been on this channel, you would have known a few months ago when they all started their coalition rally and the old trending story about coalition, how I explained to you that ADC got it all wrong from the outset. Right now, the political ambition of Atiku, except it does something remarkable and something really, really great, is over. It's over. So again, we're looking at the results. This is Alori Idemili South, ABGA 68, ADC 21, ABGA 122, APC 54, ADC, oh, they even tried there, they got 4. Because all I've been seeing since morning, I've been seeing 2, 1, 0. Now you can actually see in PU 001, they really tried and they put up something great. This is 4. Wow. This is quite interesting. This is the most outstanding performance that I've seen today for ADC. LP 4. I mean, there's some places where LP did well, but again, in terms of how they're tracking the winner, which is ABGA, they've not done well. Look at it. At least APC, wherever you see, at times you see APC winning, but more often than not, you see ABGA winning, which I said, this election is for Soludo. And again, ABGA is more like an ANAMBRA state party. That's just what it is. It's an ANAMBRA state party. And they've not been able to, build a national coalition. But again, it is what it is. It is what it is. So this is what we've got. PU 08, 52. Okay, 68. 51 for ABGA. APC really, as in, wow. Is PDP dead in ANAMBRA or no candidate? I think PDP in 2027 is not really in play for the presidency. We all know. The unofficial APC agent, which is Wike, has made sure that PDP is under siege up until 2027 and after. And I don't know his plan. Possibly he's looking at how to bring the party back again, because I don't see him moving to APC. That's Wike. But I digress. ANAMBRA is ABGA land. That one is confirmed. Anybody? What? APG way. Look at this guy. I think he was the one arrested. You can see that. These are old Naira notes, right? And a mix of new Naira notes. Wow, this is so crazy. This is really, really crazy. This is really, really crazy. Let's see. The ABGA person will win now. This ABGA person will win now. Then defect to APC. What a life. Yeah. So that's been the result. Let me I just want to see what's happening. Yeah, we've seen this one. The arrest. Drinking in prison after telling judge is sober. Okay, that's fine. So 95% of results are now on IREV. I want to see what happens, because I know 2023 election, it was that IREV was what gave all the elections away. So now with 95% of results uploaded on IREV, I just want to see what the excuse will be. Yeah, 2 hours ago, I've seen this one. I've seen this one. Oh, no, sorry. Not this one. Let me see. Yeah. Wow. These are more results. And again, I think it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it's for ABGA. Let me see if I can actually get, based on total results released, what is it that we're looking at? What is the total Anambra State results that is available for now? That is available for now. For now. Governorship, I'm talking about the governorship, right? Total Anambra governorship, Anambra State governorship. Yeah, let me see. I just want to see if I can get something, and if I can get what is happening. As of 8 p.m. West African time, 98.04% of the polling unit results. You can see that 98.4 of the total polling unit result is out. That means 5,600 out of 5,700. So it's as good as it's over. We just have 110 results that are being finalized and will be uploaded before the state collation concludes tonight. Well, there are no final winners yet, but we all know who's going to win. INEC has not announced the official stuff. Returning officers will do that only after verifying the 21 local government results. Okay, that's fine. I have to check the results yourself. Let me see if IREV is actually up and running. Select the state. Let me see. I don't know if this Nigeria. What the hell? Look at this. There's no typo. It's not just working. It's not working. This should be online. And even if it's not online, there should be something saying, oh, currently it's not just online, not just you going there and then nothing. Okay. Yeah. So we have ABGA. I think this is the one leading, followed by APC. I don't even know what's up with this other one and other two. What is Showore doing? What's Showore's party doing as of now? I don't know. You know? Yeah. I heard the candidate spoke this morning and she was just lamenting that there was vote buying, which is really bad. They've arrested 3 people. We want to see what happens with that. Early trend from uploaded units. Media houses and Observer reports Governor Soludo. I mean, I can call the results right now. You know, that Soludo is the one that is going to win. Soludo is leading in most of the uploaded units in Anambra Central and Anambra South, with tighter races in Anambra North. So I guess in Anambra North, APC is pulling out some good wins over there. Again, these are not final, but we're just waiting for the result. Collation resumes at 9 p.m. till midnight. I'm going to be also coming again once the final result comes out to just give you a coverage of what's happening. And this is according to what I had actually thought and declared, you know, when I was covering that. You know what, it's going to be ABGA is Anambra State and Anambra State is ABGA. Again, Peter Obi was ABGA. So that's the only party that they have Anambra State under lock and keys. What is the implication for the 2027 elections? This is what I'm going to say. ABGA does not have a candidate, for 2027. Or even if they have, it's going to be just, more like a dummy candidate. So what they're going to do, again, from what I'm seeing, is that Soludo might just move as much as it can to the APC. And we can see what's been happening. I said that it's been kind of cozying up to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and that's it. I don't know if anything changes from today. Then again, the structure of APC in Anambra State appears to be gaining momentum. Okay, based on the result. I'm just talking based on the result, not personal private knowledge, but based on the result. So we're going to see what happens. Breakdown of result by local government. Let me see if I can get anything based on local governments, how things have been faring. Okay, we've talked about this. Now, this is what is happening. Local LGA, Anambra East, 95% is out. ABGA, wow. So this is, ABGA has 1457 and 789. Okay, total votes 3154. That's just based on the strong Soludo lead in Anambra East. LPU, okay, we see that happen. Low turnout in this place. Why is this thing not just 92% out? ABGA is leading. ABGA is leading everywhere. Look at it, everywhere. Okay, APC in Nnewi South. I don't know what happened in Nnewi South. What's happening? How is APC leading in Nnewi South? Any clue about that will be appreciated. Let me see. Ogbaru South, ABGA. So ABGA might end up taking 20 out of 21. Yeah, ABGA might end up leading 20 out of 21 based on this result. You see that? 20 out of 21 local government, strong in the central and south. APC gains, notably in Nnewi South, pockets of Anambra North. Ukachukwu won in his own home PU decisively, which is good. LP performance, Mogalu competition in Nnewi North, but trails overall. Very, very bad outcome for LP today. Very, very dismal outcome. PDP, 0. ADC, nothing. So it's between ABGA and APC. I would even say, I want to see the final tallying for LP. I just want to see what happens. If Peter Obi cannot deliver cannot deliver Anambra for LP, where he was a governor just a few years ago, 13 years ago to be precise, I don't know. I don't know the magic wand for 2027. And this is what you use to bargain when you're trying to build a coalition. Right now, I don't think Peter Obi has any major competitive edge when it comes to 2027. He had that in 2023. If you had stayed in 2023 after the election and have projected that based on the showing of LP in the general election, that Peter Obi will be a major force in the 2027 election, you have been 100% good. But as successive elections came, the Edo State election, other by-elections and all of that, and we see what happened, Peter Obi started losing that stronghold. It still has his base. I'm not going to say anything against that. It still has his base, the obedient movement. It has that. But in terms of party structure, in terms of building a coalition that stands, in terms of him having a strong showing, post 2023, it's been all a problem. It's been all a bigger problem for him. And this is what you used to bargain. This is what do you bring to the table? You are not the table, right? You're not the table. So turnout estimated at 50% statewide. I think it's lower than that. From what I'm seeing, it was around that 30-35% to be conservative. Minor delays in 5 local government. Local government coalition. Oh yeah, we've seen that one is going to start 9. There's going to be a declaration at 3 a.m. at Ojuku's University. Yeah. So that's it. Again, I mean, as a tribute to Ojukwu, right? ABGA is his party. Okay, ABGA is Ojuku's party. So I guess the people, there's a strong presence. There's this allegiance to Ojukwu and to the southeastern determination that ABGA still stands as that party that is just, central to the southeast. So it's going to be really bad if Soludo hadn't won, and they've held that party strong. Like that party has been a major party in that part of the country. So we're going to see what happens. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But that's what it is for now. Those people that were buying elections, they've arrested 3 of them, and we'll see what happens. APC Anambra marking APGA with heavy close marking. Well, in some major places, not in all places. So let's just get that right. APGA still actually owns this election. APGA owns the election, and that is what it is. Let me see if there is any major stuff happening. Upload. APGA is currently leading Anambra, but APC can still catch up. APC can catch up. This was 5 hours ago. From what I'm seeing, APC can't catch up. Yeah, they can't catch up. Yeah, but again, that was a good showing. This is what my brother did to me. Yeah, let me just break from that and look at this.
You know, the shot I had the house. Hey, Chineke, but I'm not opposite this house. Opposite this house, and this is a house in opposite this house. This house. What is the problem?
What is it?
Because you're going phone the boy on a phone, but to go the man a phone because come join my whole lady here call another place. Check come over there on a phone because I don't even understand. Like I don't even understand what is happening here. Like hey,
okay, what's happening? So I don't know the full theme of this story, but I think this would have been someone abroad that has been sending money home, and we see all this all the time. I don't know why people still do that today, where they just send money home for someone to build, and then they are trusting that person will build it. There are so many ways that you can actually build. I mean, personally, when it comes to real estate investment and buying homes and all that in Nigeria, I think you can rather go with established names, not just even any established names, because there's a lot of problems with land reforms in Nigeria. Today, government can just say, oh, now they're gonna revoke all of the stuff given to them, and then you don't have a C of O, then you're on your own. Let me see what happens.
Hey. Come to die my here the house.
Okay.
For when another house because this is the house.
The guy's been sending her another house.
Now, on a ring. Okay, on a ring. Huh. Okay, pick one.
Stop picking. What is it? What? Okay, she's calling. Let me just fast forward this. What is it?
Oh, the house is hey, what got the number get boy? Oh, got the number give oh, what number get boy? Oh, what number get boy? Oh, he won't got the man a phone again. He's got the phone to get boy.
As you can see, the house has been up for a long while. Look at all of these weeds growing and taking over the whole thing. So, what happened? Maybe we should try and let us speak English at times so that we can. What happened?
Hello there, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I the mama, because they will leave. Oh, the house. I'm not the house. Because they actually
Which house?
Oh, the address now. Here now, whoever want completed building now. Here now, whoever want completed building. It's no opposite brown house. The phone I don't have a rota. Get all the house here. Yes, oh yeah one. Can you let me explain? Like, can you let me explain? Can you talk water?
The only explanation is that you've been swindled. Like, how do you not even put checks and balances to whatever it is that you're doing at your own base when you're abroad and you're sending in money, and there's no way you can even verify through like a different way? And I don't know why people keep falling for this stuff, giving someone money, except you. I don't know.
Dede ihe na-akọ na-aghọta m ihe na-akọta ihe anyị na-aghọta ihe na-akọ na-aghọta m ya wee ihe aka Dede how many months get go long?
Okay. I mean, she can salvage the situation. She can salvage the situation, but again, it is what it is, right? The family scam pattern has been running since before most of us were even born or jackpot abroad. I still can't wrap my head around why many people in the diaspora keep exactly. How would you keep doing this? How do you keep doing the hard-earned money? Because it's not also blissful, right? Wherever. You still have to work your everything and then you come back and this is what you end up with. Not even again, the land situation in Nigeria is so funny. Like you have to deal with the government, you have to deal with the Omonile, you have to deal with almost everybody. And this is what you end up with. Yeah. After sending your hard-earned money, you saw this, it's heart-wrenching. Exactly, but again, it is what it is. Sorry about that. Let's see. Oh, this 2022. Wow. Will LP win any LGA in Anambra? 0%. 0%. Anyone who still thinks, see? Let me talk about this guy. I'm sorry. You have people in the Labour Party or the Obedient Movement, I don't even know which one to call which. They're full of delusion when it comes to politics. So this was 10 hours ago. Now this guy is an APC guy from what I can gather and from the post that he put. You people still think that LP stand a chance in Anambra today because of Peter Obi. Oh yeah, now go and put your money on GoWag. So there is this polling betting stuff site where people can actually use their money to vote to see what happens. An equivalent of that in the United States is called, I think it's called a polymath, right? Where people you can see. And people say that polymath is more of a reflection of the true reality because people are using their monies to bet on the outcome of what happens. So this is it. So earlier today, will LP win any local government? This is as simple as, will LP win any? Maybe one. Yes, there's a 32% chance that LP will win at least one. Which makes sense if Peter Obi is from the Labour Party and he's been a governor in this same state. At least you would expect that this should be like a 99%, just one. We're talking about any one, at least one. And even at that, it's not even up to 50%. This is 32%. By now, let me see if I can open this. By now, it should be like close to maybe 0, right? Let me see if there's anything here. You can see that now. This is at what time? 8:10 a.m. Oh, that was even still a little bit early. That was around 2 p.m. It dropped. It dropped LP to 5. Even APC is trending ahead of LP. This is Peter Obi's base. Look at that. So the winner, according to this polling, that's why you can see, leave the Twitter stuff, put your money where your mouth is. So Abga is now at 83%. Anambra decides, let me look at this. And this was even as of yesterday. Sorry, as of yesterday. As of yesterday, it was 83%. And this is a close reflection of what really happened today. Okay, let me see if I can actually search anything about Anambra. From this stuff, let's see. APC upsets Labour in Peter Obi's units amid procedural lapses. Okay, fine. That's the only thing. Okay, so this is the reality. This is what is on ground. And that's it. So let me close this and then go back. Now, this is the guy, back to what I was saying, that was talking about this. If you win one LG, I go personally follow you celebrate. Then this guy, who is one of the major players, one of the major guys in LP, says, anyone who still think this way is not aware of the work we've done in Anambra. It's not aware of the work we've done in Anambra. I won't go into specific, but they won't waylay us there. But one local government is easy money for LP. Ladies and gentlemen, as we speak right now, LP is not going to win one. I mean, 90-something% has already been reported. We're just waiting for the final declaration. And LP, 0 local government. This is not good. An average Anambran will struggle to stomach the thought of not having ABGA. Exactly. That's what I've been saying. Yeah, ABGA independence from the center has long defined Anambra politics. Exactly. When you see those you think they are educated, basking on the impunity and symbolic way of Nigeria elections determine popularity of a party, tells you why we are still in electoral retrogressiveness. Well, okay, I'm just saying this is what is on ground. Might not be right, might not be wrong. I'm not making any moral call on this one. I'm just reporting to you the reality on ground. I know Real Nomakiri is going to talk. The fact that Peter Obi may have lost his polling unit in the ongoing Anambra gubernatorial race does not mean that he is a spent force and should be underestimated. I agree with that. But again, let's forget about his polling unit. Let's talk about the general election as a whole. Even if you don't win the whole, become second. And I said, even if he doesn't win Anambra, which I believe Soludo was going to win anyways, that at least show a strong footing. Show a strong footing that you are actually in play. You didn't show a strong footing. Mr. Obi is not on the ballot. I said that he's not on the ballot, but that doesn't mean that it should be like having 2 in some polling units when another party is having 3 digits. The ruling party should not be carried away by Anambra decides. They're not being, APC has not always been carried away. PDP, I don't know what they're doing right now. You know, I mean, Peter Obi cannot win, but can still do damage. Therefore, it is necessary not to let up in countering his lies and propaganda. Anyway, this is Breno, so he has a personal vendetta against that. So ABGA is between APC and Anambra decide is between APC and ABGA. Okay, so yeah, so that's what it is right now. Let me see if we can still get more polling results from here. Nothing much. Okay, so again, it is what it is. Let's see this. 5 hours ago, I think we've been able to cover most of all the stuffs in here. I don't understand how you're gonna have. Oh, okay, this is PU001. Right, and then you have 126, you have 16, you have 13. Oh, this is even good. I mean, LP tried here at number 3 at 13. Wow, this is crazy. Wow, that's crazy. Well, and Jav is on their way to the UKC. The match, watch for phone. Oh, sorry. Okay. Let's go back and see. So nothing much again for Anambra State elections. I think it's over. It's over. This video shows Sammy. Let's see what's happening. This video shows Sammy, Regina Daniel's brother, reportedly coming to my home and harassing my children and domestic sister, especially when I wasn't around. I sponsored him through university and everything I do for a family, including a mother, Rita Daniels, is out of goodwill. In the past 2 years alone, I've transferred 125 million to her. So this is Ned Nwoko's side of the story. I mean, part of the story, right?
That is an insult. You attempt that thing again, to display what I go display for you. And I go feel that.
Boy, again, like I said, these are family affairs. They should sort themselves out. But when one is doing like 5 a.m., putting ring lights and talking about the other guy, that was what Regina did like 2 days ago. You just expect that this guy will also come and put his own story there. So it's now for the social media to litigate. Again, when it comes to this story, when it comes to family stuff, it's just, you know what, it's difficult to wade in. And if you're trying to pick a side, in all of these stories, it becomes problematic because you don't have the full 100% event or full story of what happens. So this is what it is. Okay, let me just move forward. Let's see. Okay.
You don't even know me today. Now what for you? You don't know I see you. And when they happen now, we there they fight it. We there they fight. That. What kind of disrespect is that? That is an insult. You see, they look like they insult her. I mean, you don't know that it's Daniel. You don't know she. They not for here. They will kill you. Let's go. I know that one. Oh boy, attack. I know that. Don't do what you want to do. Don't come up for here. Explain it to him. Who caused him?
You are trying, don't worry, sorry.
No, you are doing for your level. I know that's what you have to do for your level. But who goes in for she to explain where she want to go?
You are
for police.
You are good.
What be that?
You are a very good boy. Don't worry.
Again, I mean, I hope they sort themselves out, but it's just quite unfortunate, right? It's just quite unfortunate. Here's a full report from him in case anyone wants to read it. Yeah, we've seen that. So Ned is just actually is hanging on the straw of rehabilitation issue and all of those. And that's it. Unfortunately, Sammy, Destiny, some of their siblings, together with a few of their friends, okay, defied all those instructions. Wow. I mean, this is a straw. This is what this guy is going to. I can't read all of this. I mean, it's a family affair, but again, they're putting their old stop, right? Say Ned Nwoko drop receipt say na ATM statement naira 125 million naira for Regina family where still they send Sammy come harass him house boys. Chai. Okay, I'm not gonna. Yeah. Okay, that's that about him. Let's see what's happening. Adeboye has been trending for a while, you know, and we'll see what happens. I learned he made a comment with respect to the security situation of Nigeria. And it is what it is. Let me see if I can get that for you. Let me see this one. Okay, yeah, this is it.
Who called the service chief together and said, I give you 3 months. Get rid of all this Boko Haram people, all resign. He's not around to tell you who gave him that advice. He ran with that advice, but he didn't follow it through. Because he gave the other.
So this is Adeboye's unfiltered comment. It's been trending. And I know people say, oh, why has this person not said anything? Why is this person not even talking about the current security situation? Again, at times there are things being done behind the scene. And it's not everything that makes it to social media. That's why when you respond, when you're kind of trying to comment on something, you have to always put things in perspective.
As the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, but the security operatives moved fast. The 3 months went, and the work was not done. So I went to see him. It was in the newsroom. This time, somehow, the press got to know that I visited him.
Okay.
Because they were not there when we talked.
And I think there was also the account of Pastor Bakari going to visit President Tinubu also. And he also talked about that.
Unfortunately, like I said, it's not alive now.
Oh, that's Buhari. I'm sorry, I'm mixing it up. That's Buhari. He's talking about what happened with Buhari, not Tinubu. But let's just continue with what he's talking about. Sorry for that.
Yes, I would have asked you to go and ask him. Sir, why didn't you follow through? Because when 3 months passed and the work wasn't done, why didn't you proceed with your
promise?
Are we going to call it threat?
Yeah, promise, yeah.
I won't tell you the details, but one thing came out of that meeting. Which will lead me to my next advice.
Okay.
To our government. In case there's any of you who can get across to them. That when giving orders to the service chief this time round, we should make it clear to them that they are not only to eliminate the terrorists, they should eliminate their sponsors.
100%. In fact, eliminate the sponsors first. Because the terrorists are just more like the fruits that come from the tree. The tree is the real people. Who are those sponsoring them? All I know is that there's a lot of entrenched sponsors in the government in Nigeria, external bodies, and even if you can trace it to the United States, don't put all these things as classified information. Bring it all out there. Sunlight is the best disinfectant, okay? Expose them.
No matter how influential they may be.
And that's a very, very tough order. Because you must be sure that you are really going to eliminate them before they get to you. If you want to go that route, just know that you're a dead man already. That is, you're not scared of death. That's what I mean. Not that you die literally, okay? Not that you're unalived literally. I'm just saying you have to just put your hand on the scale and say, you know what, no matter what, I'm going to scale out this corruption, scale out this terrorism, and also the benefit wherever it comes from. Either they're sponsoring from Iran or the USA or from France or from China.
When I say my people, when I say our leaders should move fast, move diplomatically. They have to be and move wisely.
You have to be wise, yeah.
We must take note of the fact that if America should attack us, China is not coming to defend us.
100%.
Russia will not come to defend us. All the so-called world leaders, they will talk. They will condemn what America had done in strongest terms.
Yeah.
And that's all they will do. That's all.
Yeah, reference Iran, reference what's happening in Palestine, reference what's happening to Venezuela, reference ISIS, Iraq, Egypt, and all that. When the mad dogs are released, because there are people that just want to create wars and havoc, that's where they make their money. Military supply is it's called the military industrial complex. Go Google it, go read about it. People get money when it comes to war. Again, China will just remove its own hand, protect its own investment, and they're gone. Russia is even still struggling to maintain its whatever with Ukraine.
Britain is not going to come and help us. No foreign or no other foreign powers will come to our aid.
100%.
This is not the time for joking. This is not the time for grammar. This is not the time for, I don't know a simple word for semantics. It's not the time when you begin to argue, is it, what do you call it? Suicide, or what do they call it? What's the language? Whatever they want to call it. And this is not the time for saying, it's not Christian alone.
Muslims are also been
also involved. The point is, people are dying.
100%.
Innocent people are
100%.
dying. I almost spoke last month.
Wow.
When I heard the speech of my in-law, the president. When I heard the speech.
So this is why he's calling Tinubu the in-law. Remi Tinubu is a pastor. So Remi Tinubu is like a daughter, spiritual daughter of Adeboye. Tinubu is the husband of the spiritual daughter. So he calls him the in-law. Again, a very thin line here to tread here. It's very difficult because anything he says, one, will be taken out of context. At times would also be misinterpreted. Again, he also wants to kind of give a balanced perspective to that. People may not like his speech and all that. If you don't like it, say your own, But again, I kind of understand where he's coming from, especially the more you grow, the more anything you can say can be taken out of context.
Particularly that section that spoke about security. And you can go and listen to it again.
Fair enough.
Where I heard him say, all is well now, that displaced people have returned to their villages.
That's a lie.
And
No, that's a lie. That's a crazy lie.
I almost said, the one who wrote that speech for my president, my in-law, does not like him. And if you want to say, what do you mean? Somebody wrote it, that is the president who read it. Didn't he read it before he read it? Well, if you put it that way, then my conclusion will be there are several people around my beloved in-law who are not telling him the truth. But that's all right, because I think the following day in the newspapers we read about a traditional ruler being killed, whether in Kwara or Kogi.
Kwara or Kogi, for those of you who don't know, that's just the doorstep, the border to the southwest. In fact, at times I look at Kwara as southwest, although it's not central, but I look at Kwara because they speak Yoruba, like for the most part in Kwara, right? All those places. Kogi is also kind of next door to the southwest. It's just quite unfortunate where you have people not telling the president the truth. And that happens with every president. Buhari, case in point. This was the guy that people thought it was going to stem out corruption. But corruption grew to a behemoth level under him. Goodluck said it was like in a cage when he was a president. There is something about that, about people in power and the people that they surround themselves with. If you're surrounding yourself with psychopaths, then it shows the kind of person you are. But even if you're not surrounding yourself with psychopaths, there's a power that comes with that office that before anybody talks, they use their sixth sense also. So I kind of gauge the level of that. That's why you need someone that can always tell you the truth. Do you think it was easy when Nathan, the prophet, went to David to tell David that you are the man? When Nathan, the prophet, went to meet David, he didn't even start with, hey, David, why did you do it? He started with a proverbs, with a parable. You know, there's this man, he had so many wives. Then there's another man, he only had one, which was Uzziah, the army. Then this was what happened. The man that actually had so many, then went to steal the man, because there's a way you talk. It's not today. And if you don't understand how it works, you need to know that. Samuel, the prophet, said, if I go to tell Saul, or if Saul gets to know that I've gone to anoint David, he was going to kill me. That is what comes with the office, democracy or no democracy. So when you're talking to the president, you have to use wisdom. And again, there is that fear that comes with that, you know, that people have to be wise. Now, should you say the truth always? Yes. Should you antagonize the president? Yes, when he's doing something bad. But I'm also saying, even in delivery, you have to understand and use your brain when you're talking, and also speak with wisdom. Because it's not been easy, especially people that have the power to actually send you to your grave at times, right?
And the wife was hiding somewhere in the house. It is not the time for apportioning blames. Our president inherited this problem. It started before him. And in any case, I am an applied mathematician. I am more interested in just get the problem
solution.
solved.
Yeah.
That's all.
Find X. Yeah.
Let's let the government use diplomatic method to convince President Trump to give us 100 days of grace.
100 days of grace, but we want to see the strategy, right? He didn't inherit the problem, but it's on his desk right now, and it's been there for 2 years. I mean, if you've been there for 2 years and you still, and I've not seen any comprehensive plan or framework or solution that has been yielding results or that it promises to yield results. And this was the same way I was screaming with what was happening in the Southeast. I mean, one guy in Finland was telling the whole state to stay at home. And again, yeah, you can stay at home if you want, but then they now started killing people that refuses to stay at home. And that should have been the line. In fact, there was a joke at the Senate where, you know, Akpabio always makes light of everything. I don't even know if he's serious at times. And he was saying that why would somebody be telling people to stay at home? Then the governors are not the real governors. Then if you were the Senate president and you're having that report, what you should have done is for you to hold a hearing on that issue. The senators are just one of the most lazy set of groups that you have in Nigeria, the same with the House of Rep. We pay them so much, they steal so much, and there's really nothing to show for it. There are a lot of all those groups.
Call our service chiefs. Fortunately, they are new. Perform within 3 months or resign. Now, where do you come in? You want to ask me, Daddy? You want to tell us you had no idea that something like this is coming? I've told you I'm not a prophet. I only hear from God once in a while. But do you think I asked you to fast for 100 days for fun? Didn't I share with you, my children, didn't I share with you that God says this will be a remarkable year? Didn't I share with you that God said that the wind that was blowing last year, that started blowing?
Okay, so that's it. I mean, if you want to get a full story, you might just have to go to Dove TV. I believe that's the TV for the Redeemed Church of God. Before the blogger media twist what Pastor Adeboye said. So there's been this stuff where they just take speeches and then they just twist it. Again, before we move on, I'm going to read some of the responses that I have in here. But again, if you're watching, at this point in time, I'm just bringing out this appeal to you that please subscribe to this channel. I'm trying to build this community as we move into the 2027 elections. I know 2026 is still there, but we're trying to build this place, not an echo chamber. Try as much as possible to report the news as is, and I'm trying to build this. It's kind of a brand new channel. Some of you are just hearing from me for the first time or seeing this face for the first time. Please, if you're getting any value, if you're getting any relaxation or anything from it, please do subscribe. And if you're not subscribing, that's also fine by me. I really appreciate you tuning in. And that being said, we're still covering the Anambra state elections. And that's what it is. Okay, so that's Pastor Adeboye's account, you know, and that's it. Okay, God revealed to me. I saw Adegule complaining about this. What was this? I don't deal in this, but it is what it is. Let me see. I did cover this, and that's fine. If life was cheaper that year, how many properties did your grandparents leave for you? Exactly my turn. Now we understand why our parents were mostly annoyed when you asked them for money. Life was easy. This guy talks a lot, but I'm gonna leave it. Election go humble you. You see what I'm seeing here, guys? This was before the election. This was during the election day. So she was the one speaking earlier today when I came on live. So this guy was a former obedient. Okay, and now he has turned against the group that actually, that was a major part of around the 2023 elections. Rumor has it that it was the Edo State elections that made him turn against the Obedient Party. Now it's showing here, election go humble you from baddie to mommy. To mommy Gio. Anyway, it is what it is. I'm still waiting to see the final stuff of what's happening. Let me see. Okay. It is what it is. What's this? It's always been progressive. It's nothing much, nothing else. Let's see this. 1 hour ago at 8:52 p.m. West African time. This is a full stuff. Let me see this. This Ward 3 collation. So now it's all coming together. This is 1 hour ago. Let me see if I can actually expand this so that you guys can see what's happening based on the total results. Total number of votes for this ward, 1,223. Let's just see what happens after all. The total election, ABGA 7, that's 800, approximately 800, APC 375, AAC Show Rest Party 0. I mean, election is not show resting, I know that. ADC 4. This is Atiku's party. 4. LP. This is not possible. 1. Man. YPP even did well, right? This is how many? 29. This is a party. Wow. This is not good. This is not good for Peter Obi, no matter how you twist it. No matter how you mansplain it. This is crazy. Back to the election coverage. This was 1 hour ago. Collation. Now we're moving on to collation. Let's see what's happening. Anambra decides. 2025. Yeah, we know he's leading. This is, I've seen this. I've seen all of this 11 hours ago. Let me remove the 2025. Yeah, not a good showing for LP at all. Still the same thing. What injury? An ex-user posted a picture of a man who sustained injury on his head with hashtag this. Okay, I'm not gonna look at this. This is 4 hours ago. Labour Party. George Mogalu commented the seamless accreditation and voting at this polling unit, but condemned vote buying. Yeah, I've listened to every other person talking about vote buying, but let me see what he has to say.
Reports from very many locations.
Okay.
As to the issue of vote buying. And it is sad, most unfortunate. So, in all honesty, what I will not do is to say what is not what it is.
Okay.
I came here, it didn't take much time. I was accredited.
Okay, that's good. That's good. At least it's saying he got accreditation on time, but only problem is vote buying. Again, I think if LP is serious, they can make a strong statement on this and we'll see what happens.
So for me, it worked. The point is that votes are being bought. And I expect you journalists to go a little deeper.
Oh, let me see if I can increase this.
But that is the situation all over the place. And that's why I said, excuse me, that is most unfortunate.
So he made a statement there that I want to actually just talk about because I think it was right when he said journalists should investigate it. But bro, you are what? You are an aspirant and a gubernatorial candidate and you have an LP which I expect to be strong. It's not left. This is what was happening. We saw videos and all that. It's not just left for the journalists to investigate because they may as well not see it as deemed to print or even to investigate. Your party should be collating all of those instances and make a case on it. They don't even necessarily need to go to court because, I mean, if you're getting a 4 or a 13 out of 1,002 total results, then, I mean, I don't know what you want to go present in the court of law, but you can as well work with the security officials to say this and this and this. There are like pictures, there are different stuff, and it's just not just arresting 3 people because I learned 3 people were arrested by EFCC. That is not enough. You need to actually like make it a major stop for your own party. Even if you're not going to win, you must be able to make a case and not just trace it to the people buying the votes, but the people that sponsored those that actually came with the real cash to buy the votes.
In terms of the voting, this is better. There's an improvement. I must be honest.
Okay.
Because it took less time than it used to take in the past. I didn't hear any issue of glitch for now. I don't know about free and fair.
Okay.
If you monetize the process, if you weaponize poverty, and then you monetize it, what is free about it? What is fair about it?
Okay, yeah, I agree with him. Right, but again, what are you going to do about it? They're progressive. I got this when I searched for ANAMBRA Decides. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is a. Oh, now I know what's happening. ANAMBRA Decides, OB. This was in 2013. Look at what this. This was Peter Obi's gentleman who never deceived me. Green snake under green grass. This was when he was fighting for his political life in Anambra State. Look at this. Mark my word. Posterity will forever hurt Peter Obi and cohort. It really is a cost to in the Anambra Decides. One stupid sentiment former Governor Peter Obi used against his kinsman Sen Ngige during this was, don't vote for Yoruba Party APC. This was in 2015. Exposed voter register at Peter Obi's polling unit filled with ghost voter. The internet indeed never forgets. The internet indeed never forgets. Look at this. And this was just, August 6, 2025. It's just saying, mark my word, percentage whatever. Is that why the guy is not really showing great stuff? Oh, let me see this. My camera went off. Okay. Sorry, a little bit of wake up here. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, we're back. Okay, well, it is what it is. I don't know why my camera just went off when I started talking about Peter Obi. I'm sorry. I don't know. I mean, it's not intentional. I'm just reporting the news. It is what it is. Okay, really nothing much. Let me see. Vanguard has been the one giving us up-to-date information about the results. Coalition is happening right now, and I just want to see what's up with that. See this? Okay, back to that. 1 hour ago. Okay. So it seems Vanguard they've called it off for today. Nothing much again happening with respect to their reporting of results. It's already midnight now in Nigeria, I believe. And it is what it is. So we're gonna wait by tomorrow. Let me see if there's any X space talking about what's happening. Really nothing much. Okay, we'll see what's happening over there. Let me go to YouTube. I might just be rounding this off in the next few moments. Let me see what has been Anambra Decides. 2025 or ANAMBRA Decides and all that 6 hours ago. Yeah, really nothing much. ANAMBRA Decides. Okay, yeah, so I think that's that about that with respect to this election. We'll see what happens. You can't defeat terrorism. What is this? You can't defeat terrorists. Criminal defense terrorists blast Trump. What? Is this for real?
By any chance he killed anyone terrorist in the name of protecting Christians. You see, these terrorists, I think if you don't know their psychology and you understand them, then you will mess up with them.
Is this for real?
They are killing Muslims in towns because they say they are revenging for what government or military is doing to them. Since they don't have access to the military and the military is protecting these Muslims, so I will attack those who are protecting. This is the psychology, this is their mentality. Is it okay if Americans can cure and eliminate the terrorists? I will welcome it myself, but I know they cannot. Okay, they cannot.
What is this guy talking about? What is he saying? Didn't he check what happened when Trump defeated ISIS in his first term. In his first term, when Obama mismanaged the whole situation, when Libya fell, when when Syria was almost falling, didn't you see how Trump? I played this thing here on this channel few days ago. How Trump was decisive and destroyed ISIS. When ISIS fell, the whole world was not even ready. It got to that point that Trump told UK, because people had traveled from UK, people had traveled all over the world to join ISIS. I mean, there's this series, The Wife of ISIS, right? That was aired. And ISIS fell because of this decisive action of Trump. You don't need to like Trump, okay? You don't need to. We're not talking about liking Trump here. We're talking about terrorism that has salvaged the northern Nigeria, not even the Connaught, even the Middle Belt. In Kwara State, predominantly they target the Christian community. The Christian community, because they don't want to fight, because they are not being protected, they move. The Christian will be the first to move. And that's what has been happening since the day of the apostles. When they fight, even Jesus said it, that when they actually attack you in this place, move to another place and continue your walk. The kingdom must still move on. And that's what happens. So the Christian move, those that are from other tribes, they move back to their tribe, then it remains the Muslim, but because the blood-sucking demon in this terrorist still remain, then they start attacking the Muslims. So let's not conflate the fact that, they kill Muslims too. No, who do they kill first? They kill the church, the members of the church first, before they go for the Muslims, before they go for the mosque. But because they have this stuff in them, boom, when there is no more Christian to kill, then they turn against themselves. When they kill a lot of Muslims, and then, then they now have this big terrorist group, then they start fighting themselves. That's why you now have splinter groups. That's why you now have another thing, because in the middle of all of that, you've got also monies, you've got different power tripping terrorists, you've got other people that are saying that, this guy is not killing enough, I'm going to form my own subsect of a terrorist group. That's what happens. So this guy talking now and saying if Trump doesn't attack, then...
Let me tell you, okay. They have fought 20 years in Afghanistan. They could not finish them. Afghanistan in Syria now. This same thing. And this terrorists you see, it's not easy to just come and drop bombs here and there and think you finish them. They have infiltrated the society. So it's going to cost.
So what's the point? So we should now live with them and assume that this is our new normal. Is this what he's saying? That we should not live with them? This is our new normal. You must be decisive. You must, as much as you can, take them out, take them out. Especially go to the source. Go to the source. So Trump doesn't just drop bomb alone. He goes to the source.
More damage. You can take it for a record. So what we are trying to avoid, we are going to even compound it. Look, myself, I have been trying to see how we can pacify these people. I've been going to see how we can pacify these people and redirect them, because they are human beings.
This type of thing can never happen anywhere. And look at how we are trying to pamper them. On what ground would anybody, any leader in Nigeria, not from the north or south, go outside and bring terrorists into Nigeria? Hold on. Somebody in this country once told us that there are good and bad bandits.
Can you imagine?
I'll take my dictionary. I didn't see where they wrote these are good bandits and these are bad bandits. I don't know what that means. Somebody told us that they are their boss, that if anybody should attack them, they will not vote for that person. In this country, somebody told us that, yes, that if government does not answer to them, there will be no peace in Nigeria.
Wow.
Mostly, these things are statement that was made for a man who claimed to be patriotic, a statesman. Wow. Is that how to solve the problem? You are pampering these boys, you are making them to become so bold. What audacity do they even have to attack anybody in Nigeria? For what? No, hold on. These other people, especially from the southeast, who have been fighting for themselves, do they go for government subsidy? Do they go for government to pamper them? No, these other people that are fighting for struggling to survive in Nigeria. Why must a group of people not tell us that we must answer them? They are this, psychological, this and this. These other Nigerians that are holding peaceful agitation, peaceful nature, peaceful businesses. Are they not Nigerians? Okay. So if all of us become bandits, what will happen to us, Moses? Hold on. If all of us become bandits, will Nigeria exist? You can see how we clearly bring problem into ourselves, and we are now then blaming America.
Country of particular concern. President Trump, President Trump did say a few things, like, if Nigeria doesn't address this issue, he's going to come in guns blazing and wipe out these jihadist terrorists, these jihadists that are killing Christians. Now, first, what is your immediate reaction to that? And do you think Christians are being killed, or is this a religious thing? Do you consider this, what's going on, genocidal?
Okay, it's a pleasure for me to have you on the show.
Number one, for me to have you on the show.
This guy. I was wondering who is doing the show. Who is having who on the show? Oh my God, this guy. Oh my God. Anyways.
Yes,
go ahead, please.
The language of Trump is very contemptible and disrespecting the integrity and sovereignty of Nigeria. Okay, he called us a disgraced country. He also threatened Nigeria with a military action.
Leave the noise. Focus on the signal. Leave the noise. Is there banditry? Yes. Has it been resolved? No. Has it taken so many decades? Yes. He declared Nigeria a country of particular concern in 2020 before he left. He came back, the problem's still there. You can say under this there are other stuffs, the resources, the fight with China, the quest for like Nigeria emancipating from, it being now sufficient in production of petrol, and also still looking at boosting its production to be the number one in the world. There are all of those concerns. But again, I'm saying that if you don't tackle the cracks in the system, this is what you get. The world is in competition. Okay.
No, but the reason for the military action is because Nigerians, Christians, are being in their numbers. I don't know if you're familiar with the data.
So it means he's only concerned with the Christian lives.
Are you not concerned? Are you not concerned about the lives of Nigerians?
He's only concerned with the Christian lives, and he's not concerned with the Muslim lives. No, but Muslims are losing every day to these terrorists.
If we x-ray the statement from President Trump, he said he didn't say he was going to come and kill Muslims. He said he will come and he would wipe out the Islamic jihadists.
Yep.
No, you see, let's be pragmatic. Let's be pragmatic in what we do. He is specifically showing that he's a vanguard of Christianity and Christians here. That will automatically turn the.
What is wrong with that? What is wrong with that? We know Trump is not holding it as, I'm a vanguard of that. He tells you what is in his mind. He said it specifically that is going to stamp out terrorism in Nigeria because of Christian genocide. Now, you can argue for or against. That's not what I'm saying. It's not new. He's not being shy about it.
Muslims against him. Even though he's fighting the terrorists. And one thing also, the terrorists, because they have been attacking Muslims more. Now, if by any chance he killed one terrorist in the name of protecting Christians, they immediately turn their guns directly on the Christians. Let me tell you what's happening.
Well, they've been turning their guns against the Christian. They've been killing priests and all that. And there's been silence also from the Islamic front on this. Even the churches too. I don't like the way they've been talking, but it's not with fools. They've spoken, and it's like after a while, this thing becomes normal. Terrorism is now entrenched in the northern part of the country. It's quite bad. It's quite bad. It's not like business as usual. Okay.
Let me tell you why they kill Muslims. Let me tell you why they kill Muslims.
Go ahead, please.
You see, these terrorists, I think if you don't know their psychology and you understand them, then you mess up with them. They are killing Muslims in towns because they say they are revenging for what government or military is doing to them. Since they don't have access to the military, and the military is protecting these Muslims, so I will attack those who are protecting. This is the psychology, this is their mentality.
Is it okay? Is it okay that people are being killed? Is it okay?
Me and you cannot change it. So now if
can you imagine that? That's a failure ideology. Okay? That's really crazy. That's really, really crazy.
If Trump comes says we are going to fight terrorists because they are killing Nigerian lives, it will be a completely different issue. But we are specifying that he is coming to protect Christians. This is really very unfortunate. And it shows.
Why are you saying that they are killing Muslims because of what the government is doing to them? What moral ground are they actually operating in Nigeria? Given the fact that they are not even Nigerians. Sometimes we actually learn that they are foreigners terrorizing.
Whatever they you don't give them an opportunity to cause the havoc. Look like what's happening now in Mali. Look at what's happening in Niger and other places. These people are armed from some places we don't know. Even the former Chief of Defense Staff, he said for 15 years they are fighting Boko Haram, and sometimes they find foreign currencies, euros and dollars in their pockets.
So we need to get to the bottom of that. Inactivity would not work. You've done peace treaty. You've celebrated these bandits, these terrorists. While Nnamdi Kanu, who I'm not a fan of, has been lavishing in jail, in custody, whatever you want to call it, in prison. So again, what are we talking about?
What is behind trying to destabilize Nigeria? But what I'm telling you essentially is, for Trump to say he's coming to protect Christians, particularly when Muslims are even dying more, this is the offensive word, and this has called.
So now he's angry that Trump is coming to save Christians. As if Trump comes to save Christians, the Muslims won't be saved. I don't know how that works. If it comes to stamp out terrorism, more Muslims will be saved. When ISIS was defeated, more Muslims were saved. When Al-Qaeda was stamped out, more Muslims were saved. And again, you can go into the geopolitical theory behind how America has been the problem, causing problem around the world. You might also have, some points to that. But I can tell you, now, most of these problems happened also before Trump even became the president. ISIS took over before Trump became president and was able to defeat them, at least to a good substantial stuff. Are they still operating? Of course they are. But are they as powerful as what happened in 2015, 2016 when Trump was in power? No. So you have to put that in perspective. If Trump comes in to stamp out terrorism, why are you not happy with that? Because more Muslims will be saved. And not just like what Pastor Adeboye said, not just the terrorists themselves, the people sponsoring them. So this your attitude of, we're going to just lay back and try to beg them. I mean, you could see these guys when they come for peace talk, they're in their Okada. At least they have an Okada and all that.
And then we should show this man we are a nation, a sovereign nation, that he should not interfere in our own internal affairs. Yes. But if he's saying he's coming to assist Nigerians, which we have many ways you can assist Nigerians.
Can I have just give me a minute, please? Let me put this out. Let me put this out there, and then we'll take your response, and also take responses from the studio, because we have other studio guests in here with us. Now, from what we understand, Nigerians being killed in their numbers. A particular data has it that between October 2023 and September 2024, about 4,788, about that, were killed. And out of that number, 3,100 are Christians that have been killed. So, does it matter?
No. You got the numbers wrong. You got the numbers wrong. The 4,100 is talking about Christian killed globally, of which 3,100 is coming from Nigeria. So you have to get your facts. So there's no way 4,100 would have been killed in the north and 3,100 would have been Christians. Or am I the one getting it wrong? No, I think that's the global stuff, yeah.
What religion is being killed? Or the fact that people are being killed, and Nigerians have also asked for support, foreign support. So if the United States will help Nigeria wipe out those that are killing Nigerians in their numbers, shouldn't Nigeria welcome such assistance? Why does it now seem, because you seem to be making it like, because they are coming to assist Christians who cried out, then it's now a war, it's not going to be between Christians and Muslims. Let me take you back to Uromi. What happened in Uromi, where a few individuals who were hunters, who were moving from one state to another, unfortunately, were mistaken to be terrorists, bandits, because they had a few weapons, and they were killed. We saw what happened. There was an outcry in the north. In fact, Governor Monday Okpebholo had to travel and then promise to compensate the families of those who were killed. But Christians, Nigerians, have been killed in their numbers, displaced. And this amounts to genocide, really, where people are displaced and people are killed in their numbers, largely for their faith. So, are you not concerned that this might help solve the problem that Nigeria has been dealing with since 2009, the problem of Boko Haram? Shouldn't we be looking for a solution? And if there is one that can be arrived at without without Nigeria's sovereignty being affected, why haven't we gone for that solution?
Exactly.
You just be patient and understand. If it's China coming to say that, people will believe it, because China is not closing into our entire.
Yeah, but China is not interested in saving anybody. If you go to China today, the Christians in China are also being persecuted. They're not killed, but again, there are also reports that they kind of also arrest these Christians, and even equally the Muslims, the Uyghur Muslims in China are being persecuted by the Chinese government. The Christians in China, they go to underground churches. You cannot practice your faith because it's a communist country. So for all they care, China doesn't even care. Like, you guys are killing yourself. As long as they get the resources, the mineral resources, or whatever it is, or the deals that they're making with the government, they're okay with that. So China is not going to help you. Now, China has come out to speak and say, oh, there is no genocide and they're warning the US. Again, China is not going to save anybody. China doesn't even love Christianity, and they don't love Islam. So as long as they're killing themselves, for China, it doesn't really concern them. I'm just saying, just to put that into perspective, and China doesn't even do that. China is interested in conquering you, your money, your resources, through their own Belt and Silk Road initiatives, and put you under, as long as they can expand their own footprint around the world. So again, this guy is not really informed about what he's talking about.
If it's Russians, people will believe them. But America are not the liars. They said Saddam Hussein has weapons of mass destruction, and there is none. And they have caused confusion in Iraq, in Libya, and everywhere. So when they said,
yeah, okay, talking about Iraq with weapon of mass destruction, Saddam Hussein and all of that, Trump was one of the individuals that actually told the government that they were insane for going to Iraq. And there's been reports of that, there's videos of that, of Trump saying that they shouldn't have actually gone to Iraq to do that.
Muslims are killed, or there's massacre of Muslims and like Christians in Nigeria. From which side? They didn't specify whether it is the government or whether it is the Muslims that are doing it, or even if Christians are targeted. Whatever it is, if Americans can cure and eliminate the terrorists, I will welcome it myself. But I know they cannot.
Okay, when you say they cannot, let
me tell you. Okay. They have fought 20 years in Afghanistan. They could not finish them. Afghanistan is in Syria now. This same thing. And this terrorist you see, it's not easy to just come and drop bombs here and there.
Okay, can I put some perspective in the Afghanistan issue? Number one, I'm not absolving the United States of some of the nefarious activities they do. United States is also known as the bully of the world. But the reason why the United States military left Afghanistan was because of Donald Trump. And he told them, we cannot just allow our guys to be killed in Afghanistan. That's what he said. And he said, I'm going to immediately start withdrawing them. And he said, if Afghanistan will fall to the Taliban, let them fall, because we don't understand their ways of life. We don't understand what they're doing. And at that point in time, Afghanistan is no longer a threat to the world. Because Osama bin Laden has been taken out. And he was withdrawing them, withdrew a lot of them, until when Joe Biden came in, and also tried to withdraw them and boggled the whole thing. And we saw that disastrous video all around where how people were trying to scramble inside the military aeroplane when they were leaving. So it was because of Trump.
Have infiltrated the society. So it's going to cause more damage. More Muslims and more Christians will be killed if America would drop a bomb in Nigeria. I'm telling you this. You can take it for a record. So what we are trying to avoid, we are going to even compound it. Look, myself, I have been trying to see how we can pacify these people. I've been going to see how we can pacify these people and redirect them, because they are human beings. They listen and reason. But if you say you want to use force against force, then you will compound the problem and make the the thing dirty. If Nigerian army, which has been very active in many hotspots, cannot deal with this issue for 18 years, for 15 years with Boko Haram, and now the bandits, and to me, the bandits are even more vicious because
you said something about Nigerian army not being able to do something about it for some time now. You have been the person, or rather, news have actually carried it. They're more like a mediate or some as an intermediary between them and the government, and that actually has sparked quite reaction among Nigerians. What can you tell us to be, some of the good points or flash points of your interaction or discussion with them, especially when you had to get into the bush?
Number one,
the other time we're talking about giving them amnesty and all that. Yes.
You see, just to entice them to leave their weapons. You see, one thing good about it is, you see, you don't treat a disease without diagnosis. If a doctor can diagnose a disease, even if it's cancer, he will know how to manage it. So the good thing about it is, now before we are fighting a phantom, we don't know something is fighting us, coming to take us. We don't know that person. Now, by going to talk with them and sit down with them and
Guy, people are being killed on a daily basis. People are losing their lives on a daily basis. What's he talking about? Sitting down with terrorists to talk about why you should not blow someone again? If we live with this ideology, we're not gonna. This thing is gonna be perennial, and before you know it, in the next 10 years, the old South, they've all. If you think that they're not in the southern part of the country, you're joking. If you think that they're not in the southern part of the country, you're joking. They're already there. You don't sit down with terrorists. You don't. You don't try to reason with terrorists. Anybody that can take up a gun or blow up himself in the name of fighting for whoever is already over. So all of this is approached. Nigeria has been doing that for years. They've done amnesty. They've tried to pay them. It has not worked. And unfortunately, and it's so painful to say, that the federal government or the executive, the armed forces and all that, they failed in this regard. Now everybody's scrambling, trying to, Trump is a madman. Yeah, he is a madman. I know he's a madman. And maybe he's the madman that can actually help solve this problem.
You hear their grievances and understand their psychology. So we are able now to contain the problem. Now Kaduna is relatively safe. I can say from you don't hear any more mass killings now in Kaduna because we understand their psychology and the governor is cooperating. We are talking to them and they are keeping.
The governor is cooperating.
Their weapons, they are not fighting.
I have a theory with Kaduna with respect to what happened in Kaduna, and I believe that the reason Kaduna was more of a power tussle. They didn't want El-Rufai to have a national political stuff. And he himself was also not smart and not wise enough in dealing with that problem. Because this could have been dealt with differently. And again, for all its worth, I believe that El-Rufai was not equipped enough to solve the security situation. The same thing I'm saying now with Tinubu also, is not equipped enough. For 2 years, no framework, nothing. They've made some improvement in some places, but also it's gotten worse in some other places. Southern Kaduna is peaceful right now, but Kwara State is not. The middle belt is not.
They're still on the weapons, they hold the weapons, but you see, this is a small, gradual process in which slowly we will civilize them, we'll take away their weapons and let them go to good citizens. So this is it. So it has to be.
Okay, so again, it was a very long interview. Let me see.
Russians are producing cars without speaking English. Russians are producing aeroplanes without speaking English. So if they say they don't want English,
your problem is English. Your problem is American involvement.
This is how you solve the problem. Since you said you don't want, then you ask them, which language do you want? Do you want Arabic? Do you want, because there's medicine in Arabic, there's engineering in Arabic. So you follow these people and pacify them, educate them, then civilize them.
Someone that is bombing someone is giving them Arabic and learning of medicine. This doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Anyway.
Asking today, why should it be a problem for Donald Trump or the United States to help Nigeria crush terrorism if our own government cannot do it for us? And also, this is what I've been asking. What is the problem? Now, if we cannot be able to crush the people, Donald Trump made it clear that he was coming for the terrorists, not the Muslim community.
Exactly. That's the reality. That's what he's saying. If he put it there, if he never said I'm gun blazing, he said if. And he said, the senators work on it now. Now, again, there are a lot of arguments for or against, but it is what it is. I just hope that people can understand that this thing is not just you don't treat it with kid's glove.
So why is everywhere burning in the north? Why has it now become a problem? And this is not the issue, because most of them are actually shading the criminals. They are shading the terrorists somehow, somewhere. Because people, where they are causing havoc in every part of the north. And where they are. The least you could do is to go to them and negotiate. What are you negotiating for? Most of them will even come out with their arms during the negotiation. Like, really? In the midst of security agencies. So it's a big problem. Because why do northern clerics and elites seem uncomfortable with the idea of wiping out terrorism? Could it be that there is something deeper, something they know that the rest of the country doesn't know? Because truth be told, this silent protection of terrorism has become too much. Gumi's boldness in defending terrorists raises serious concerns, and people should be worried. I mean, in a civilized society, such open justification for armed groups would attract immediate arrest and investigation, and probably conviction. But in Nigeria, it's met with the applause from a few and silence from many. So as the army continues,
I agree with what he's saying, and again, it's just quite unfortunate.
Continues to fight, weary and underfunded, one begins to wonder, what exactly does Gumi want? If he truly believes terrorism can be defeated, then what future does he see for Nigeria? He blames the government for leaving a lot of people in the north uneducated and all of that. Government cannot just do this. What are the elites doing? It is a question. What are the elites doing from the north? What are they doing? It's not as if those of us that went to school in the south are being aided by the government fund or whatever we are getting. In fact, in that north, I'm even sure that they get more opportunities.
Yeah, and the ridiculous thing was the fact that Buhari then started saying, "Oh, we need to give them a grazing settlement for the herdsmen," right? It was saying that we need to, like, when I do my poultry, when I do my piggery in the south, I invest in capital, in infrastructure. If someone doing his poultry farm in Lagos, in Ogun State, in Oyo State, in the southeast, they buy all these things. But you want the government to give you the grazing zones. You want the government to give you whatever it is for you to rear your cows. And then you make your cows go eat other people's farmland. These are all stupidity that we've actually allowed to be in this country. And
to
it's
go
crazy.
to school, because most of the school fees they pay there and everything is more like quarter to what people pay here in the south. So why is he saying these things? You don't blame government for everything. You don't blame government for redirecting the people in the best way to go for. You don't blame your retrogressive in nature to the government. You don't.
Exactly. And the government needs to understand that they don't treat this thing with a kid's glove. I'm telling you, Islamic terrorism, wherever in the world, in Nigeria, in Europe, now Europe is also facing something close. And they're also having the same attitude that we have in Nigeria. Just a few days ago, there was stabbings in the UK. At least if you're saying that it's the gun in the US that is causing a lot of, clashes and all that. In the UK, where they don't have guns like that everywhere, you have people with knives stabbing people. Why? They're also treating this thing with kid gloves in the United Kingdom and some countries in Europe, in France and all that. And it's going to be a big problem. Give them another 5 to 10 years. You're going to see what happens. There's this video and I'm going to play to you. Why is it that UAE is not having the same issue? Why is it that your ministers, your politicians, your pastors travel to Dubai on a spiritual retreat and Dubai is not being faced by this problem? It's because they understand what this is and they've taken steps to be able to resolve these problems. I'm telling you. Why is Dubai relatively safe today? I'm going to show you a minister from UAE that explains why Europe is in a deep problem and what will happen in the future if they don't solve this terrorism issue. I'm going to play that for you now. I play this thing on my channel every time because you need to know the threats.
And let me say this in English so you can understand what I'm saying.
translation.
No, I know you have translation, but I just want to make sure you get it right. There will come a day that we will see far more radical extremists and terrorists coming out of Europe because of the lack of decision-making, trying to be politically correct, or assuming that they know the Middle East and they know Islam and they know the others far better than we do. And I'm sorry, but that's pure ignorance. And
that's it. This is a Muslim minister of UAE. There are some groups in Dubai today, the Muslim Brotherhood, for example. They're not allowed to operate in Dubai. They still operate in the United States. And I think Trump is trying to designate them as a terrorist group. I don't know if he's done that now. I have to fact check myself on that one. Some of this extreme group, they don't have, Dubai is not smiling when it comes to that. So why do we allow them to operate freely in Nigeria? I'm just saying, I'm asking questions.
You don't pin it to government. You don't pin it to the central. You go to your state governors, you talk to them. They own key for that if there's any way to even help. Otherwise, education in Nigeria is personal. No government cares how you go to school or whatever, and it shouldn't be pinned. And that of the North, the Almajiri, shouldn't be pinned to the government in any way. And this is the unfiltered truth. I mean, I pity for Nigeria. Well, it was actually very hot on this very channel. The interview between Sheikh Agumi and Barrister Darlington Agomo was nothing short of explosive. A brutal essence that exposed the deep biological divide.
Yeah, it's crazy.
In Nigeria's fight against terrorism. I don't know why somebody somewhere should be seated defending terrorists.
Exactly. Like, how do you even try to defend them? It's just crazy. Again, it is what it is. Thanks, guys, for watching. Let me see. By this midnight, we should know what happens to we should know what happens. Oh, I see. This girl has been trending for a while. It's really crazy. Okay. Yeah, let's see this one. Oh, let's see this.
An excuse for you to go and marry a poor man.
Well,
Trust
what?
me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Regina Daniels' issue is not an excuse for you to go marry a poor person. Yeah, these are the people that our ladies are listening to right now. It's just quite unfortunate.
Daniel's case is not an excuse for you to go and marry a poor man. Trust me, their own worst pass. Now poor men own worst pass. Mateus, my poor boyfriend, your poor boyfriend. How your poor boyfriend they treat you? How your poor boyfriend they treat you? See, a narcissist is a narcissist. A wicked man is a wicked man, whether poor or rich. You understand? So if like say make poor men they go do you. See that one will even pay you because after they do you, you will leave the empty-handed without anything. So their own even worse pass. All the poor men they shout, so that boss, where are you? You with the advice me get marry rich man. Where are you? Where are you? You poor, go work. That one no be excuse. Go and work for money. No use Virginia do excuse. Go work for money. Your papa will be say, you no get shishi. How you take your mama? How you take treat her? Your dad and your mom today are they together? They separate abi? Is it really?
That's the problem we have in Nigeria. These are the people that are now on the airwaves, on the internet, trying to advise young girls, young guys. Again, I don't know. It is what it is. This is AI is getting ridiculous. See, AI.
Just one selfie.
Hey, get back! No! Jesus, grab her, pull her in. Stop the truck.
Of course, this will be AI. I believe. Where AI will lead us to. Let me see this. Back to Anambra State. Look at this. Prof. Charles Soludo ran Peter Obi down in the public space consistently for years and still strode to a landslide victory in Anambra gubernatorial election. Where is the Peter Obi's weight in the state? Peter Obi should never have been on our political lexicon. The Igbos know Obi is incompetent for public office, but the ill of Bago to trigger their Obi choice in the national elections. I don't know about that, but again, I kind of understand and I agree with some of the things he said here. But it is what it is. God bless. Let me look at this. God bless.
I just got back. They are abroad with some of them. They criticize in Nigeria. So I don't go. I don't come back. The one we not there here, we go talk about. The one we there here, when I see, make a talk.
Okay.
You know, say most times our body they pepper us if we don't travel, don't change from naira to dollar to euro or pounds. Body they pepper us when we don't come back because we don't spend a lot. And who will they carry the anger they face? Now immigration officer we just they exchange pleasantry with us. So they make people they say at the point of entry itself, immigration officer don't they make you the verse. Those days are over. Those days of agony and pain, over. Kudos to you, to the Honorable Minister of Interior, Tunji Ojo. And kudos to you, Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. As I just passed, Nigerians really, as we just passed, as I just, as I put on aside your pass, teacher take me picture, as I your pass, they go collect bag. But the bag, not quick come outside, you know, understand? So they need to work on that one for Abuja Airport here. But this one say you pass like Oyibo, you just pass. They just you if you be foreigner, you got to carry another passport apart from the green passport. They enter Nigeria, you can't go follow immigration talk that time. So they go, they ask you, why are you coming to the country? What did this thing mean? It means say our borders, though they day stronger. And our passport as a Nigerian, you are proud of being in Nigeria. Because most of us, if we go to that country, they say you get, you carry another passport, because you go stand long queue. But as a Nigerian, you not go stand queue. So if we tell our children later, say see what we suffer as a Nigerian, they not go believe. But now our time, now we take change all those kinds of things. And now Nigeria don't get direct flight to Brazil. Because when I did this, my Euro tour, I just go back. It's like, yeah. They just asked me because from Spain.
Okay, that's a lot of stories here. Okay. Now, I just want to talk about this story. I just saw that one now. Okay, let's see this one.
December 2025. Divorce now means deportation here in the UK. When you divorce your husband.
For those who don't know, there's been this story, I think it was trending for a while where someone goes to the United Kingdom and then they file for their partner, and then that process, and then there's a divorce, or the guy leaves the home or whatever, all of those family-ish story. Now what happens is that the UK allows them to continue the process. So I think there's been that outcry that most men bring their wives to the United Kingdom, and then they just divorce the guy and then run with another person. And that has been a lot. They've had an uptick in that. So now the UK is saying, you know what? If a guy brings you to the United Kingdom based on a marriage visa, because your guy is in the United Kingdom either for studying or for work, and then you're now in, and then you divorce the guy, and then you go back and start all over. Even if you've seen a new guy that loves you or that you want to run away with, no, go back to Nigeria and then do your process from Nigeria and then come back. So I think that's what this lady wants to talk about. Let's see.
When you divorce your main applicant here in the UK, you will be deported. There's no going back. No two ways about it. There was a time this news came up. People were saying it's a lie, it's not possible. I keep telling people that in every rumor, there must be an element of truth. People were saying it's not possible. This year now, 2025, starting from 10th of December, leave your husband and get ready to be deported. I know some people will say, what if the woman is going through abusive marriage? People who made the law, they are not stupid. They know what they are doing. They know that it's not all misunderstandings between husband and wife is supposed to lead to divorce. There are some misunderstandings.
Again, the fact that you're going through... Now, I'm against violence, okay? If the guy and the girl is fighting and they're beating each other, you don't need to stay down. But that doesn't mean that you're going to divorce, right? You could separate. You could still, continue your life and separate. No, this is not the case that this thing is trying to resolve. It's the case where people go in and then they just get to the UK and then they just abscond or go with another guy.
There are some issues that will come up between husband and wife. At least they can settle it and both of them can still live together. But these days, a lot of people are not even ready Okay, because you don't stand to lose anything when you divorce. But now the Home Office are changing the whole laws, the whole rules. They're changing it.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy. It's crazy. This will help build marital stability. But for citizens, what's the effect of divorce? Yeah, citizens, when you're done with your paper, you can eventually still divorce, right? I don't know. It's just crazy the way it is. But again, it is what it is. And that's that about that. Let me see. Look at this. Oh, now 1 hour ago, back to Anambra State, as it stands as at 9:45 p.m. in Nigeria, 5,670 out of 5,720 of the Anambra governorship election results have been uploaded to the IRF portal. Now we can see it here, 99.13. By now, they should be able to call the winner. Okay, they should be able to call the winner like yesterday. I hope they're uploading. Okay, now here comes the conspiracy theories. This one, they've uploaded 99%. You people say you want IRF. They've given you IRF now. You're not saying, I hope they're uploading the genuine result and the wish of the people. Which one is they've uploaded the genuine result and the wish of the people again? What are you talking about? You guys are polling agents, so you can always cross-check. You can always cross-check. You can always cross-check this. So again, it's so funny. Why can't they upload at the same time? Well, this is a moronic statement. Why can't they upload at the same time? What does this person know anything about life? Which kind of a question is this? Upload the same thing at the same time. Not every polling unit has the same population. Okay. Anyways, don't let me get diverted. This is a very, very funny thing. You people are still using toothbrush in 2025 when you can use every nooks and wash your advanced. Okay. This I think this is just like an ad or something. I want to go back to school so that I can be monitoring and deal with for the Zell Nation. Oh, let me listen to this joker.
And they call Akada, I got glory, I got money, I got Akada.
I don't understand why every time this guy talks, he has to talk about him having glory. The fact that you have glory, you don't need to mention it. If you have glory, your glory will be shown to all men. You don't need to be telling everybody you have glory. I don't know, he keeps saying this every minute, every second. He talks he get glory.
I want to go to school. School and fancy me.
Now that's good. I mean, if this guy can go to school, and now they're advising Pella to also go back to school. I mean, again, I'm not saying that school is a shorty for you to be successful in life, but again, at some point, it always shows. And you don't even need to go to a formal school. You can take courses, you can take programs online.
I dey sponsor people's children. I dey sponsor my own children too. I'm
sponsoring my own children. Who else go sponsor your children? This guy's funny.
Baba yín ò lọ school. I love people baba yín àbí bọ̀dá yín. So, mo fẹ́ lọ school. For Kwara Poly ND tá lọ ṣe àgbàwé. Àgbà gbogbo ẹ̀. All this music ni. But I don't make her now. I want to go back to school. So I want the reason and they monitor my music. Others my music platform. If I go school where now, I go the reason. What you mama fi we buy ya? Then what?
This guy is just a funny guy. I mean, yeah, I think it's good for him to go to school. I mean, not for him to change like his persona. I mean, that's who he is. But at least, baby, he's making his money, he should go to school.
Mo mama fi we buy ya. If I get akada, no I get money. So, you know, buy low akada. So, àwọn ọmọ ènìyàn mo rán wọn lọ school, àwọn ọmọ lọ́mọ. Àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ ni rán wọn lọ school. Ó ti ààrẹ ń sanwó school wa, a dẹ̀ lọ school gbà yẹn. But ó ti yé yín náà, based on say na money we dey look for. Now I don't get the money, I wan go back to school. Fẹ́ lọ gba certificate, ilé máa fi ṣọ́ Senation. Senation get certificate. So mo fẹ́ lọ gbé mi gangan CEO doctor sẹ̀, mo fẹ́ lọ parí school. In fact, I'm going Paris school.
Okay. I wish you well as you go finish school. I remember this thing. Let's see this one. Okay. No, I want to show you this stuff. It's been trending for a while. Davido's dad came to talk, and I don't know, the man didn't do him well at all. Okay.
Oh wow! Just God bless you. Once you have that in your family, you know you have a happy family. Happiness is not about money. A lot of people, they don't have anything, but they're happy.
So this is Davido's dad, okay? And I learned that he was saying that Davido was telling him that he's not going to be successful in music. I don't know what brought him out here.
How people know some money, billions in the bank, they're not happy, they're miserable. You don't want that kind of life. It's good to have money. It's good to be blessed. But the most important thing is let there be peace and happiness and friendship in your home. And that is my wish for you. And that is my prayers for you. And that's what I continue to pray every day for you. But most importantly, both of you must pray for each other every morning and every night. It's not big. It's just God blessing. Once you have that in your family.
Okay, I didn't catch that thing, because this was money doesn't buy happiness. My son Davido has money little might be, but he's still very sad. He can't be successful as a musician. But I didn't hear that in what he's saying now.
You know you have a happy family. Happiness is not about money. A lot of people, they don't have anything, but they're happy. But how people know some money, billions in the bank, they're not happy, they're miserable. You don't want that kind of life. It's good to have money.
Well, you didn't say that in this video, but again, it is what it is. Let's see. That okay, that's fine. That's that. They'll sort themselves out when they get home. Yeah. Okay. So again, we've seen 99 point something % of the result is out, and let's see. There's been comment that they are killing.
Christians in Nigeria. Okay, It is not innocent. It is not innocent. When Goodluck Jonathan was in power, Nigeria needed to buy certain things to use in fighting that battle. The one who blocked us was America. We got machineries from a country, I don't want to mention that country, that was busy, and they were having victories in Sambisa, all other places. The one who asked them to be sacked later was America. They are showing interest because they know that will divide the country. Then they can come in. Anywhere they step bonds. Any country that is richer than, in terms of mineral resources, than any country in Africa, it is Venezuela. Anywhere there is wealth, bonds. Be careful so that less they seem to be bringing help, but the idea is to penetrate and keep you bounded. There are countries that once they complain about your country, you are doing something right.
Again, yeah, there's a perspective to that, but again, there's another perspective. Okay, those days when they blocked Nigeria, who was in charge then? Who was in charge? It wasn't Trump. Again, I'm saying, and I kind of get what he's talking about, because I've also mentioned here the issue with the oil, so with the petroleum refinery, with Dangote now becoming a threat to the West, rare earth minerals, Chinese also getting into Africa and Nigeria, bring the Lord over them. So again, yeah, there's a side to that. Yeah. I'm in America and I knew Ned. If you knew Ned enough, you would know that he's a dangerous man. Many smart women collect money from Ned and shifted because they didn't want wahala. Young girls are stupid. They don't do their own work.
My girl, are you stupid? You guys act like the popularity Ned got made him rich. Ned was rich before Regina. Ned had 6 wives. If you didn't know Ned, it's because you chose to not know Ned. Now me, Igbo girl, I'm in America. I knew about Ned. If you know Ned and know in Igbo culture, you know that Ned is a very dangerous man. You don't play with him. You don't play with Ned. You know that. What do you mean? What are you people talking about? You didn't know Ned because you didn't want to know Ned. Ned has been collecting money for how many years? You would think Regina made him pop in. Get the fuck out of here. Okay,
no,
Ned, okay, Regina brought a lot more eyes on Ned, but Ned was rich before Regina.
Okay.
Any smart woman, do you know how many smart women collected money from Ned and moved and shifted because they didn't want wahala of Ned? You young girls are stupid.
Anyway, that's colorful. Okay, yeah, we hear that. It is what it is. Yeah, that's that about that. Let's see. Okay, that's that about that. I think it's time for me to call it. Right now, let me see if there's anything still happening with respect to ANAMBRA, and if nothing, then I just have to go for now. And we'll meet again tomorrow where we'll do the analysis and then again see what happens after that. I believe by tomorrow morning, Soludo will be returned as the as the winner of the elections in Anambra State, and that it is what it is. Candidates with the state. Let me see this one.
Under clear skies and pleasant weather, voters in Anambra State turned out in praising the smooth and seamless country and claimed that his party agents faced bullying and intimidation at polling units.
Okay.
In all, if there's no seller, there cannot be a buyer. If nobody's not for selling, nobody will buy.
Okay, so APGA is saying that APC bought votes. APC is saying APGA also bought votes. So who is buying what? Okay, 3 people were arrested today by AFCC. We're going to see what happens with them.
You accept to sell your conscience even worse than the person who buying it, because you must donate your right to donate whosoever you are, because that's the right of a citizen. So when you now decide to donate it and somebody takes it, you can't cry foul.
For the African Democratic Congress governorship candidate, John Nwosu, however, electoral process.
Shown vote by.
Yeah, I think we saw this one.
I'm happy that I must commend the activities of the Nigerian police, who every report that I have sent has been investigated.
Okay, fine.
I noticed.
This is the
and that is the fact
LP guy.
That there's a lot of vote buying.
Yeah.
The process has become monetized.
Despite these challenges, observers and officials agree that the November 8 Anambra governorship election has been largely peaceful and orderly with...
Okay, yeah. So that's it about that. Yeah, again, thanks guys for watching. I really appreciate you helping at this point and also being here. If you wouldn't mind, I would like if you could subscribe, so and also put on your notification button. It's well. Yeah, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate that. Thanks. Yeah, bye.